Nah, it's gonna rain. Knock it over.
You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat at its sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Go away, somewhere all bright and new. I have seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat at its sea. You belong with your love on your arm. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, go find a lover. Run away, let your heart be your guide. You deserve the deepest of cover. You belong in that home by night. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me. Far away from your trouble and worry. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free.
Getting a bit of the old rain. Even Bailey came from her stoop. Where are you going? Where are you going? It is pouring the rain. I think that's why the OBS wasn't working very good. But anyway, I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I put the other video on private. I'm going to see if it loads up better later, and then I'll do whatever with it. But she has been, you know, in my chat in the channel for a long time, since about the beginning. And I don't know. I gotta say, in the world, it's a tough place to live, and people need help. And don't be Don't be ashamed to ask for help. And there's all kinds of great people on this channel. Like I'm not online. I tend to get offline a while. And, but there's other people. Just reach out for help. I know she did like a couple days ago on Facebook or whatever. But man, I wish I'd have known sooner. Something. Yeah, a lot of it found out today. It is pouring rain. It's probably going to flood now. But yeah, definitely reach out, guys. Hello, Tracy. Why ain't you got a blue wrench? That's weird. You never know what another person's going through. I mean, you really don't. And what good are we as human beings if we don't help each other out? I mean, everybody gets down. Everybody does. I mean, and depression's a real thing. And no one's above it. But I mean, you don't have to broadcast your problems to everybody or anything like that, but I mean, there's always someone that's out there that's willing to help you. And prayer, folks, I mean, it's a tough world, but it's all a big trial. It's all, we've got our free will, and we've got temptations and things that just get us down. But I promise you it will pass. Just sometimes you need some help. And there's no shame in asking for it. Hello, Robin, Christy, Bell, Rick. You change your name again. Shad, Cajun, Andy, Tracy, Casey, Quinn, Mean Old Sissy, Scott, Alabama Sucks. I mean, Pretty Cool, Pat, Diane, Becky, Robin, Tracy, whoever else I've missed. I'm sure there's a few. Matt, Dee's probably in here. Lisa, love cats. At least the rain's letting up. That was the hardest rain I think I've seen this year. It reminds me of a couple of years ago. We had a gully washer. I got home from work and I was sitting out on the porch like I normally do, and it just started pouring the rain. So I walked in. I was like, well, I ain't gonna be able to hear nothing in this. I walked in and laid down, and that's whenever I had my Rottweiler. It started barking, and I came out in the rain. The water was coming up to where my truck's parked at now. And I mean, this happened within minutes. It started coming up on the porch, and it finally got about a foot away from the door. So I walked out to the where I parked the four-wheeler, and I had a riding mower there, and the water was just rushing over the tires of the four-wheeler. And I moved them up on the hill, and I thought, well, maybe I ought to move my truck up on the hill. Moved it up there. Well, about that time, the electrical line started sparking and arcing and all that good stuff. And I said, Lord, please, please just let it quit raining. I mean, it was scary rain. It was like buckets coming down. And you know, like that, it quit raining. Like my prayer was answered. And there's been just all sorts of episodes in my life that, I mean, you can't see God, right? But you know He's there. All you have to do is talk to Him, and He'll never put too much on you. You just need to talk to him, and it's this has really took me by shock. Being honest with you, I mean, man, I wish she would have reached out, or if I'd have known, seen what she put on Facebook. I don't know. You just never know. But I guess Dee knows more about what's going on. She's the one that's talked to her son or whatever. I still haven't. She put a video out earlier, and I'll try to link it to this one. So I mean, she's got more information than me. I don't know. It's heartbreaking. Well, that's not it. Apparently, you went live last night too, Dee. I don't see it now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'll link that in this video too. But I mean, you never heard a bad word from her. She's she's been a blessing to many people that's in the chat right now, and I don't know. This that's one thing. YouTube. I don't like YouTube as much as I used to because they've changed a lot, and I don't like their politics, and I don't like. I believe everybody has to have freedom of speech. You don't have to like what people's saying, but they've got a right to say it in this country. It's a God given right. And they might be wrong, and you don't have to agree with them, but they've got a right to say it. And YouTube is restricting that rights, and that's one of the reasons I demonetized. I'm not going to let them run ads on something I don't, a platform I don't agree with. And I wish there was a better platform. But one of the things that I love about this channel is you folks. But I'll put Dee's video in the description of this one. At least I think I did. So I was talking to someone last night, and it was about the rain. And a couple of times, and I know Angie's had this happen, like after it rains, like a hot, muggy, miserable day like today, I've heard vocalizations that just sound like happy vocalizations, like they're happy it's raining. It's crazy. It'd be cool if that happened. Yeah, they are attacking anybody with a different view than outside the mainstream view. I mean, there's stuff like, for instance, flat Earth. I don't believe in flat Earth at all. I don't. However, why are they trying to restrict that? Why are they, you know what I mean? They're trying to restrict that from getting views, and uh, people that's talked about it don't get the views they used to, or these like conspiracy channels. And I watch a lot of conspiracy channels, and people's made the term conspiracy where it's a like conspiracy theory where it's a bad term, and it's not. Chemtrails are real. That's real, but they're taking that away, and they just want, like, if you do a search for anything, it brings up the mainstream stuff. And if I wanted that, then I would have just stuck with TV. That's all. So yeah, I don't like you anymore, YouTube. Except for the chats. The chats are pretty cool, and they'll probably find a way to mess that up. can't hear me again. Exactly, KC. That's exactly it. They want to keep us dumbed down. They want to keep us fighting each other, and it's just all silly. They want to pit Democrat versus Republican. I don't affiliate with either party. I'm a conservative, but I mean the mess this country's in right now is just it's unbelievable, and the stuff that people's got to go through. And we're all in this together. So why not get along? And I mean, people can have their opinions, and that's all well and fine. We don't have to agree, but be nice. Be nice about it, right? Lisa's probably just deef. Yeah, that's true, Patrick. I mean, people. There ought to be term limits on Congress. One term you're out. Let's get some common folks in there. These people ain't never been in the real world. They never had to suffer. Most of them, the majority of them, probably over 95% of them, has never had to worry about where that next meal's coming or how am I going to make this payment. They don't worry about stuff like that. The only thing they can ever agree on and get passed through is giving themselves a raise. And it's disgusting the way this country's become. It's not how it was supposed to be at all. It's sad. No, you can't have a conversation with people. Someone got triggered at me the other night because of some of my political views. And, okay, that's fine. I mean, I don't say things to be hateful or anything like that. It's just, I've got my political views. Other people's got theirs. I respect them. There's no reason to get mad, but that's what they've done to us. That's like this. Like I said, I've got rid of my TV. I haven't had TV in over 3 years now because that's all they would show on the news is people fighting and trying to. They don't even tell the truth, and it sure is disheartening. I mean, it's downright depressing at times. All right, Cece, be careful. Love you. Yep, divide and conquer. I mean, there's the devil's got a plan in place, and it's moving right along. I, for one, think the veil is lifting, and things that's been kept in the dark is now having light shed on it, and people's finding out things that the elite and those that's in control have been getting away with for centuries. For centuries, it's all these elite families, and you can trace. For instance, did you know you can trace every president that we've had in the United States back to one man? I can't remember the guy's name, but he was the writer of the Magna Carta. Can't think of his name right now. Some rich lord, fancy pantsy, artsy fartsy dude in England that has no idea what the common folk go through. But it's a rigged game. I mean, that's all I'm saying. It's a rigged game. Democrat, Republican, it's two different sides of the same coin. Some of the stuff going on right now, I don't even think I'm going to vote this next election. That's rigged too. They just put whoever they want in. People, you know, I don't know. The common man don't have a chance to get into any big office. And if you do get a common person to get in there, they get, that taste for, I don't know if it's power or maybe blackmail. I hate to say some kind of conspiracy, conspiracy theory, blackmail, uh, child serial rapist gets thrown in jail, and then magically the guards wander off and the cameras go down, and whenever his the stuff's coming out on the other people that could go down that's related to this case. You know, he just commits suicide after being put on suicide watch. Makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, and it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. I, for one, would like to see justice done to anyone that's harmed a kid, and I don't know if that's going to happen now or not. I mean, it's a rigged ball game. Good job, Robin. What's wrong with your car? I'm a mechanic, by the way. What? Is that the dude's name? The Magna Carta dude? That's a possibility, Tracy. I mean, you know, but supposedly the guards went away because they was doing maintenance work. I think someone came in to make sure that he either killed himself or that they helped him along or something like that. I don't know. It's just it's a shame what goes on and what people get away with in this world, and then you've got people suffering over it, and it's oh man, it's depressing. It's right down depressing at times. But there's always someone you can talk to. I mean, and you can always talk to the Lord Jesus Christ. That's He's always there for you. There's people that saying that he's actually in a, like, I guess what you would call a safe house, or they've got him away from where people can get to him. And maybe that's true. I don't know. You can that's you don't know what to believe anymore. And it all goes back to boogers. Boogers was not real 5 years ago to me. They were not real at all. But I've seen them. All right, I've had they've messed with me, and I know they're real. But my whole life I've been told they're not real. And then you get to looking at other things that you're told's not real. And why all the lies? Who's behind these lies? I mean, I know. It all boils down to good versus evil, folks, in this life. I mean, it all boils down to that. Did he really, Jeannie? That sounds interesting. Maybe you could send a link to me. But that's the truth. That's the truth. We're taught in school. It's hard to say what they're teaching them in school now. But back in my day, they taught us that Columbus discovered America. Right? Columbus, really? I mean, he might have been in the top 100 or 1,000 or 1 million, but he wasn't the first feller here. Back back before the flood, whenever the world isn't how it is, like I said, I think we live in a garbage dump now compared to what it used to be, and I think that right there totally blows evolution out of the water. Evolution, things are supposed to get better, more superior as time goes by. And if you can't look at the world and look how it's going, and compared to even 100 years ago, you can see we're living in a degraded world. I found out the other night that the years are getting shorter. I mean, look it up. We're losing so much of a second every year. Instead of having a 24-hour day, we've got like a 23 point blah blah day. I mean, and they call it. They've got leap seconds and all that. The sun's fading away. Everything's degrading. It's not evolving. It's degrading. But that's what they teach kids. You're indoctrinated from a very young age that you came from a rock or a monkey or whatever. And it's just not. It's all lies. It's lies. And Satan's behind it, and it's what's being taught to the kids to make them think they're no better than a monkey. So it's no wonder that people go around shooting up places or, blowing themselves up or whatever because they're no better than a monkey. And it's sad. It's very sad. Yeah, it's crazy. They found Viking up in Minnesota. They found Viking stones that they've rode on. Uh, there used to be a land bridge between Europe going up through Iceland and all that coming to America. There used to be one between Alaska and Asia. We live in a totally different world than what it was before the flood. Totally different. Hello, Nella. How you doing, hon? Man, that creek is up. Boogers ain't got you yet, White Cat? Or Clokey the third. It's kind of good news, though. Now the minnows will swim back up the creek, and I'll be able to put them on a hook and catch me a catfish. Speaking of power steering, this is what I gotta do. I gotta put a rack of pinion in. It never ends. I'll start on it in the morning. It's a fine old truck. The old Codger's tough on it. I think he's got worse tires than I do. They got hung up in the mud up there where I go boogering sometimes. There's a big mud hole, and I've learned to stay away from it. But he got his truck hung up in it. It's a good truck. This sucker's got a 4.7 V8, same as the Lexus motor. It's one of the first hunters they ever made. It's been a dandy. Yeah, chemtrails. I mean, that's another thing. Why they messing with that? Or CERN. I mean, there's so much stuff, and I used to look into all that stuff. But man, it's so depressing. And I know Anneliese she would talk about all that with me too, and that was, it was fun to talk about stuff like that. I mean, not really fun. I guess that's the wrong word, but good to know that you're not the only crazy person that thinks that way. If that makes any sense. Well, no booger calls. Maybe the skies will clear up. I sat out till like 1 o'clock last night looking at the stars. Or trying to. It's too cloudy, but now I see stars. There's a big meteorite shower going on now. If you look to the northeast, but the northeast here is cloudy. Man, my barn door's open too. What the heck? I bet Uncle Bob came out and got some eggs. Here's where I sat last night. The sky might clear up. I might be able to see something tonight. I have no idea where that's at. I've never heard of it. What y'all doing, Turks? Hi. So apparently I've got 3 male ducks now, and they won't leave these sexy female ducks alone. I've been trying to give them peace or something, and them old crazy rooster does the same thing. What are you doing, Turks? You are ornery, sir. All right, good night. Booger cats. Yeah, they're getting huge. Oh, good. Here comes the boat. We'll do a call, see if we get any answers before I get off. Last night, well, whenever I was sitting out here, I could hear them up the holler. They're up north of my property now. And then I heard a deer. I think they was hunting. I could hear knocks and then whoops, and they were kind of far off. Then I heard a deer blowing, so I think they might have been hunting last night. Anyway, watch your ears. About cough. Hang on. In spirit, Bob. I'm sure she is. Alright, look at what a fine booger and cat. Look there. Ah, you see it move? In a sneak attack. I taught him that. Yeah, so gray cat still ain't made it back. Black cat's gone. And one of the kittens are gone, I think. You only see 3 of them. Which is kind of weird, one of the kittens being gone. The old wood knock. If the skies would clear up, this would be a fine night to drive up top. That rain cooled it down anyway. We gotta put Bailey's food on the porch and put a protective barrier around it so the turkeys don't eat it all. Them turkeys eat all your food, Bailey. Huh? Them turkeys get off her food. Get off her food. Huh? Get off her food. Oh. Oh, you're rotten. You are rotten. You are rotten. Yeah, you're rotten. You smell rotten too. I probably don't smell much better. Yeah, I didn't know Tom Petty passed away until I looked that up earlier. So that song reminded me of Anneliese. Right, I was thinking about that, Matt. She does, and turkeys will get up here on the porch. I took to building a wall to keep the illegal turkeys off my porch. They'll come in and eat all the food. It's crazy. I got to put the cat food up so Bailey don't eat it. Got to put Bailey's food up so the chickens don't eat it. And yeah, keep them out of my garden so they don't eat it. All right. Hello, Patrick. It's insane that so that happens everywhere. All the critters want to eat each other's food. It's like survival of the fittest here. And Charlie Darwin would be proud of the place. She's a big old baby. Oh, really, YouTube? I guess I'll watch that one later to see if it's breaking up. It might have been me getting choked up though. Don't body shame my turkeys. What's wrong with you, Diane? Now they're going to be self-conscious if they watch this video. Hello, dear. Now I need to get up with you or catfish one. I need the address again. I still got those rocks. I forgot all about those. I sent off some CBD oil today to my buddy down in Tennessee. 2 bottles of it. Whenever I went down to visit, I was telling him about it, and I had just picked up a new bottle, and I had another one here at the house. I always keep one in reserve because sometimes I lose stuff. But anyway, so I let him have the rest of that bottle, which I only took like a couple of doses out of it, and I let him have it. So about a week later, I checked on him, and he's like, "Man, that stuff really does work." I'm telling y'all, if you've got aches and pains, was that a knock? If you've got aches and pains, get that CBD oil. It's good stuff. Not Casey. I get mine from the tobacco store, but we couldn't find it whenever we went down there. We went to a couple places, like well, I guess a vape store, and they had some stuff, but it was way expensive. But you can order it offline. Hang on, matter of fact, you can order it offline. If I can get my messenger to open up. And Angie, I know she's taking it now, and it's working for her too. So if my messenger will open it up, I'll drop the link in there. She found it online, but she went up to the 1,000 milligrams, and I guess just not take as much of it because she can't find it around her either. And it, for whatever reason, it's more expensive offline. It's like twice the price. It's crazy. But you can find deals on it. You just gotta kind of shop around. Apparently, I don't have the link, but that's the thing. Oh, here's a really good deal. Hang on. I might do this. Nope, that's not ant bombs. Never mind. Just make sure what you get is pure CBD oil. Here's some that's not too bad. It's about about $7 more than what I pay for it here. But here's a link if anybody's interested in it. I know Gordon, don't you take it too? Really? Not gonna let me put the link in. It's too long. Well, I'm trying and failing. What did you notice? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to shop around online. I mean, I'm just trying to put in what the type I get. But make sure it's pure CBD oil. They make another one that's hemp oil, and I've heard that it's not as good, and it might be. I don't know. Good night, Matt. I'm fixing to get off here too. I gotta get a shower. I feel wretched. But there, there's the type I take, and it's worked for me, and it's worked for several people that I know now. Because I've seen, I try to sing its praises anytime that, someone's, there's no sense in going in pain if there's something out there that can prevent it, and it's a crying shame that our government had it outlawed for so long when they know it could help people. They'd rather you spend a fortune masking it or uh, chemo or whatever. I mean, it's supposed to be good for a lot of different stuff, but I always research it and check it out. Stuff works different on other people's bodies or whatever. But I'll tell you what, it's been. I can feel a big change. I don't have the aches and the pains anymore, even after working hard all day. I'm still tired, and sweaty, and ready to just chill out. But man, I don't have that aches and pains, and it's awesome. All right, now there's old catfish. But yeah, I sent my buddy a couple today. And if, like I said, if you can't find it, I don't care to send it to people. I mean, I really don't. Well, that was weird. It shut me off. Huh. But I'm gonna get off here anyway. But check it out. And like I said, if anybody's out there that can't find it or whatever, just email me, and maybe we can work something out. But again, look up the information on it. Like I said, it's good for all kinds of different things, and I don't know. It's worth a try. $26 a bottle is what it cost me here, and then I think it's like five, almost $6 to ship 2 bottles of them. But it's been a game changer for me. I love it, and it don't have THC. Like I've got to take drug tests, so I can't have any THC in my system. I can't have no fun, but that's all right. I like a clear mind anyway, or as clear as mine can get. But guys, y'all have a good night. God bless. Pray for each other. Be good to each other. Remember the wildflower. Love y'all. Really? Now YouTube's not going to let me end it.